Our case there is Mr. Billy Washington. Mr. Washington, would you please introduce yourself and give us your DOC number?
Billy, my name is Billy Washington. My DOC number 428-998.
Mr. Washington, I want to explain our process to you. First, I'm going to read some information into the record, and then we're going to conduct a parole interview with you. At the appropriate time, we will allow those persons who indicate they wish to speak to have their say. Speaking here on your behalf today are your two sisters, Destiny Washington and Kamora Washington. After we have that, after we hear them speak, you'll have an opportunity to say whatever you'd like to say to the board, then we'll vote. You understand our process?
Yes, sir.
This is Billy A. Washington, DOC number 428998, date of birth October the 19th of 1980. He's a fifth felony offender. He has a parole eligibility date of September the 29th of 2023, an adjusted good time date of 12/31 of 32, and a full term date of June 29th of 2033. He is currently serving a 13-year sentence on 2 counts of domestic abuse battery, possession with intent to distribute methamphetamines, in which he was adjudicated a habitual offender, possession of cocaine, possession of etizolam, and flualprazolam. So you have 3 separate possession of drug charges, felony drug charges, as well as a possession with intent to distribute methamphetamines. Is that information fairly accurate, sir?
Yes, sir.
Your case has been assigned to Ms. Pearl Wise. She will begin our interview process. Would you please answer any questions she may have?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How you doing?
All right.
Good, good. Tell us how long you've been in jail on this charge.
3 years and a month.
3 years and a month, but you just got sentenced in 2022. So you were in jail since the arrest?
Yes.
You were? Okay. So how long you was in jail? When did you go to jail?
I don't know exact. Oh, I went to jail the 4th of July. On the
4th of July of when?
21.
Of 2021. And you had just got released on 2018. So you were back in 2021.
Yes.
You're a fifth offender. How many years would you say you served in jail of your life?
About 10. About 10 years.
Right. And how old are you today?
42 years old.
You're 42 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing that you've done 3 years on a 13-year sentence, and you've completed Steve Hall, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How was it? What did you learn?
I learned 27 risk factors. I learned parenting, anger management, job readiness, thinking of a chance.
Thank you for a change.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for a change. Okay, but just tell me about 2 things that you learned that you did not already know. Because the state don't spend a lot of money on that treatment program for you. I need to hear what you learned.
Yeah, I learned the 27 risk factors. I learned that
So what are your risk factors?
Put myself in people and places that I shouldn't be in. I learned about drugs that I shouldn't have never took. I learned about I ain't just hurt myself, I hurt my family more than anything. I learned a lot about job readiness because I didn't really know about jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I learned about parenting.
What did you learn in parenting?
About providing for my child, not being there for her is a big problem. Providing from a child.
Okay, so that's one of the things that was quite disturbing for me. The police report that I read indicated that when these crimes took place, there was a 6-year-old child in the home, and then there was another child in the home. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So what about the trauma on those children? what do you come to know about that?
I know that I ain't put a good example for my niece and my nephew and my stepdaughter by arguing with my person I was in love with before in front of them. Wasn't a good example.
What else?
That it's not right to be arguing in front of them.
But you weren't just arguing though. You were not just arguing. Let's be truthful here. You weren't just
Yes,
arguing.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
They witnessed other things, didn't they? Tell me what they witnessed.
Yes,
You do.
ma'am. I pushed her. I know I should never put my hand. You don't ever put your hands on women. For one, you know, I don't want that's could scar them for life. Put your hands on women, and this time that's not good. That's not good. That's not a good. I was a bad role model for my especially my nephew putting my hands on a woman in front of him. That was
So
bad.
one of the children that was your child was your daughter
Stepdaughter and my
Your
nephew.
and your nephew. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had an opportunity to talk with them about that?
Yes, sir. My nephew. I told him that what I did in front of him was not good, and you gotta don't do nothing like I did. Don't follow my shoes. Like always be good to a woman. Never put your hands on a female. Like
How old is that? How old is that child now? Your nephew.
15. I
Okay.
think he was 13 at the time.
Well, the report said there was a 6-year-old in the house.
A 6-year-old?
Yeah, that's what I read. Okay, maybe not. Okay. It was a 6-year-old child in there because he tried to stop you.
Oh yes. Yeah. Oh yes, ma'am. Harlem. Mother stepson. He was the
Okay.
yes. Yes, ma'am.
So you hadn't talked to him yet, Harlan?
No, ma'am. Never talked to him. Never talked to him.
But you need to.
Yes, ma'am.
And the best thing you need to do is be a better example going forward for him.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
You heard the term trauma, right? You've heard that term? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Those kids were traumatized. That was just like being in a war zone, what they witnessed in the home, based on the police report. And I know more happened than what was got written down. I know. So were you on drugs or alcohol during this time?
Yes, ma'am. I was on drugs.
That's no excuse though.
No, ma'am. There was no excuse at all.
So tell us, so you went to Steve Hall, you completed that May 26th of 23. So what's your sobriety plan? If you get released today, how you gonna stay clean and sober?
AA meetings, stay away from negative people, and just move forward and the things I learned. I signed up for a shot.
Good.
Put Jesus in my life.
How long you been drug free now, as of today?
3 years now.
Is this the longest you've been clean?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. I see you got your high set in 2010 while you're incarcerated.
Yes, ma'am.
That's good. Do you have a trade?
No, ma'am. I just I know how to cook real good and work up. I do working on trees, cutting trees down.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Now, I do want to inform you, as a part of this process, we reach out to the law enforcement community. That's the judge, the DA, the police department, to get their opinion about early release. And they are all opposed to your early release. Because you're a fifth offender, but you got 7 felony arrests. So, that's something, they got to consider. Now, look at your supervision history, and you got revoked 2001, 2009, 2015, 2008. So what's going to be different this time? If you're successful today, you got a pretty long parole supervision period.
Yes, ma'am. I'm moving to this is gonna be my first time away from where I grew up at. Moving to another environment.
Where you moving to?
Hammond, Louisiana.
And
I got I got 3 jobs set up.
Uh-huh.
I got I got just received the stimulus check on my books. So I have money to start
Mhm.
to
Okay.
while I'm working to provide for the stuff I need.
Okay, who you been living with in Hammond?
My mom,
Or your mother has moved?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you said you're a cook and you can cut trees. So that's what you're trying to find jobs in that area.
Yes, ma'am.
And probably trying to stay clean and sober. And I do want to inform you, that the victim is unopposed, to your early release. And that was gracious of her to, yeah, she's not against you getting out early. So what do you do every day now in the prison?
I read my Bible, put God first, and I just stay focused on my AA and
Mhm.
my family. I know I'm more about family more than anything now, because I know I hurt them by
Okay.
coming to jail and not being there for them when they need me.
Okay.
Instead of being around negative people that not in my life right now.
Director, so you have one child. So what's the age of your child?
3,
Your child is 3. It's a girl?
yes, ma'am. She
Okay.
was 3 months when I come to jail. Now she 3 years old.
Is Miss Robinson the mother?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. The one that was a victim in this, okay. Then you do have a moderate tiger.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, that's all I had. Thank you for answering my questions. I just listen.
Mr. Freeman?
Okay, one quick question. You do have that one child with the victim. Are y'all still seeing each other?
Yes, sir. She let me see my daughter every twice a week on video visit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's good. And you be in in your daughter's life. So you planning on getting back together with her when you get out?
Yes, sir.
Hey, things gotta change. They gotta be different.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
You're a felony offender. Pretty serious at your age. Okay, I have
Officer, stop the officer. Miss
Officer
Emily,
Litt?
Miss Lit.
Excuse me, Miss Land. Hey.
She's trying to take care of something.
Yes,
Hey, how y'all doing?
fine, and you?
All right,
Okay,
all right. We want to know how this young man been doing. Does he have any write-ups? What he do? How is he performing?
No, Billy is good. He has been in class. He's completed his classes and everything.
What classes has he taken?
Sure.
He didn't mention no classes.
No, he didn't.
He said
Read
he-
them. Read your certificates, what you got from class.
Yeah. I got an MRT,
Okay,
parenting,
okay. And you got this, Stephen?
anger management.
Is that at Steve Hall or you got it right there? Or did you get that while you're there?
Right here. I just came to the jail yesterday.
Oh, okay then, okay.
They shipped me here yesterday.
And we looked at his things. He hasn't had any write-ups.
Yes, ma'am. All right.
Any
Thank you.
write-ups. We looked at that when he first got here.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
Oh, so you just got there yesterday. But those certificates, you earned those at Steve Hall. Is that
Yes,
right?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah, those are in the file. Okay, good. Thank you, officer. I appreciate it. Anything else you want us to know? But like I said, you just got him, so you don't know much about him yet.
Oh, but he quiet. Well, that look for this little one day, put it like that. But we read his thing. He no write-ups at all.
Good to see. Good. Thank you. Appreciate
Okay.
you, officer. Thank you.
Thank you, officer. Now we'll hear from your sister, Destiny Washington. Ms. Washington, if you would please introduce yourself and tell us what you want us to know about your brother.
Yes. I'm his baby sister. I'm staying in Hammond, like right down the road from my mom. It's only 3 of us. my big sister, he's the oldest. And I feel as long as he's not where he used to be, he will be perfectly fine. Like my mom is like sick right now. And he's the only one really like take care of her. Like she's picky, she got a pick, and he is the pick. Like I try not to be jealous sometimes, but it gets to me.
Okay.
Like he haven't even had a chance to even hold his daughter. Like I think as long as he's not around the environment and running the streets, we got him a job set up, we got him a room set up at my mom's house. He would be perfectly fine. I would be there, be right by his side. I just want him to do good.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we hear from Kamora, Washington.
I'm the middle child of us three. Billy is not a bad person. He just made bad decisions. And as long as he don't communicate with the same friends, because as I told him, his friends is not his friends. All three of us need him to take care of my mom, his child. I need him to be a role model for my son because my son looks up to him. That's the only uncle he has. I think he have learned a lot in this amount of time that he has served in prison. And I think he's gonna make better choices. And as long as we as a family is supportive and there for him, I think he'll do good on this road to success.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Mr. Washington, is there anything you'd like to say before the board votes?
I want to thank y'all for giving me a chance to come up for parole. I never had this chance, and I promise to do my best as be a better person when I get out this time.
Thank you very much. Ms. Wise?
Yes,
then we're ready to vote.
yes. Mr. Washington, when I read your case last night, I didn't think I would be voting this way. Your sisters have really helped. I'm trying to think of any other. You've taken the best programs that our department offers with Steve Hall, and you did well there, if I remember correctly. And you took advantage of what we have to offer. So I'm inclined to take a chance on you. Due to your court supervision history, I want you to report weekly to PMP for the first 3 months.
Yes,
Get acclimated to being supervised. I know your sister supervised you, but you got to get acclimated to being supervised on supervision. So my vote is to grant. And then you AA meetings at least 3 times a week. Drug screens over the whole period of supervision. And follow Steve Hoyle, whatever they told you to do. And if you need help, ask for it.
yes,
A lot of people that's coming at you, well, they need stuff from you. So if you need counseling or whatever, speak up and ask for it.
yes,
Want nobody to know if if you don't tell them.
yes,
But that's my vote. I'm taking a chance on you.
yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wise. Mr. Freeman?
Okay, Mr. Washington, I agree with Ms. Wise. Do feel like this is probably about your last opportunity not to be doing serious time. So make the best of it. If you have problems, I'm gonna tell you right now, probation officers not out to get you anymore. They're out to try to keep you out. So call them before you go commit a felony, because once you do that, it's out of their hands. Okay?
Yes,
So
sir.
if you see yourself slipping, get in touch with them, get in touch with your AA people. Hopefully you'll get a sponsor and take care of your family.
Yes, sir. Thank
Thank you, Mr. Freeman. Mr. Washington, I agree with my colleagues. Your parole has been granted with the following special conditions: that you follow all of the recommendations of Steve Hoyle, that you attend at least 3 AA meetings per week, that you have drug screens, random drug screens for the term of your supervision, And you asked for weekly reporting, how
For
often?
3 months.
For 90 days. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank y'all so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Are we done at 10 something?
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Officer Lit. We'll close out at 10:56.